Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is Brenda from Planty Pants, coming at you the first time in the new year 2023. Happy New Year to everyone. I pray that 2022 went out with a bang for you and that 2023 is just going to be a showstopper. So what I'm going to be doing in today's video, well, first of all, let me introduce myself. I'm Brenda and this is my channel. If this is your first time watching, thank you so much. Please consider subscribing. And liking this video. I do all plant videos if that's your thing. I have over 500 plants in my home and they're all indoors all year long. So there's always something going on. So I do videos with repotting, propagating, new ones, shopping, problems, pests, soils, you name it. And I'm trying to cover all the bases. So one-stop shopping, I hope, or I should say one-stop viewing, I hope, for my channel. I have a lot of good aspirations for my channel going forward, and I just love feedback, so thank you for joining me. So today I'm doing an update video of a lot of things that I've been doing with my plants that I have shared with my previous videos, repotting, propagating, cutting back, ones that were sick and how they're doing. So I'm going to start with that, and then I'm going to do a quick potting up of some beautiful startings, props of Philodendron Brandi, Brantinatum I think it's called, but I call them Brandis, that are long overdue to be put in a pot. And I'm going to do a small moss pole too. So without further ado, let's just see what's going on with my plants. All right, so here is an update of the string of pearls that I repotted probably 3 weeks ago, you guys. And as you can see, she has lots of new growth. Her pearls are, let me see if I can get a light on here. Her pearls are definitely filling out. Yeah, so I think she's doing better. She's definitely grown. The pearls are still kind of separated and very small, but that's the way they were. So I am hoping that that it continues to grow here. I mean, this is like really the brightest spot in my house. I mean, there's the sun, so wintertime, that's where it is. But yeah, so this is update number 1. She's definitely coming along. So I saved her. I saved her. All right, update number 2. This is my beautiful Philodendron giganteum, and I repotted this a couple of weeks ago, and this is where she is now. She's staked up, and that repot, there's a brand new leaf coming. As you can see, it's, whoops, wait a minute, it's inside there. Hold on there. Hold on now. Yeah, see, it's right there. Right there. So repotting her she didn't suffer one little bit. The newest leaf is gorgeous. Still not quite hardened off, but just about. So yeah, that's my Philodendron giganteum, and she is doing great in the bedroom window. All right, now here, I want you to check out you remember when I repotted my Hoya Kirii onto this trellis, which was really challenging, and as you can see, she's leaning over a little bit. Remember when I was staking her, I heard a little cracking noise? I want to show you that I knew that I damaged the stem, and I wanted to show you how that's doing. And it's actually right there. You can see it. Right there, hold on, right there. So she has hardened up. A little bit of the sap came out, but I think she's just fine. I just have to make sure that when I move her that I'm really careful with that spot. But that's about as bad as it got right there. Let me see if I can get a closer look for you guys. Yeah, see? Definitely cracked the stem, fractured it. So, but she's doing very well where I put her. She seems pretty happy to me. So maybe not the most gorgeous thing on that trellis, but oh wait, I take that back. It is gorgeous. Since I'm showing you this one, I'll go ahead and show you the Obovata, my beautiful prize Obovata. This lighting is terrible, you guys. I'm not sure how to make it any better. I'll try to mess with it before I upload this, but this is the Obovata, and she is loving life right where she's at. So, and then just check out this beautiful burro's tail that I put in my cabinet. I actually cut a few pieces from in the bathroom. Remember that video that I started a new pot? All of this curled growth is actually totally new since it's, well, you can tell. So it needs to come out of here. This I actually am giving to my daughter because she really wanted one, so I started it for her. So it probably needs to be taken out of here pretty quick and put in a really bright sunny window so it really has nice clusters of the leaves. It's doing good, doing good. Started it. I can't believe how easy it repotted. Not only that, look, we've got a couple of babies coming in, so that's pretty exciting, pretty exciting. And then here, my beautiful Florida Ghost is still growing, still looking good in my cabinet. She's always putting out a new leaf. I really like the color of these, you guys. They were really white when they first started, but now as they're getting older, they're getting this really cool looking, almost like denim, except green. I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous. I love this plant. So it's doing great in here. Doing really, really good. Here's another update for you. All right, this really isn't an update, guys, but I have to show you my Cebu Blue. I have another Cebu Blue in the dining room that's really huge. But this one, the leaves are literally almost blue, and she loves it. I'll tell you what, right, the cabinet's right here, and this Cebu Blue loves being right next to the cabinet. So I feel like that's why it's growing so good. Look how beautiful it is. So I just wanted to show you that. Lovely. Also, I forgot to show you this last week when I was showing you all my moss poles, my Monstera dubia. Remember when I planted this? I know you can see this. I started it. Oh, maybe you can't. Hold on. Hold on. Let me move her like this. Okay, so I started it right there, and then she started putting out these little teeny leaves. So I figured if I pinned them into the moss, that they would get bigger. Well, the answer to that is no, they don't get bigger until they feel like getting bigger. So then they're bigger, and now it's growing out of the top. I cut the top off quite a while ago, and I have them propping in one of my prop boxes, but it's still growing. And you know what? I like it like this, you guys. I'm just settling for my dubia looking like this. The leaves are gorgeous, and I'm cutting her some slack because she's not enormous, but that's totally fine. So yeah. Monstera dubia. Should have seen her last week, but somehow she got neglected. Update 2 here from last week. Last week I showed you this Philodendron squamitarum or squamitarum, however you say it, and it wasn't looking very good, you guys. I had someone, Dee McCoy, props to you, baby. She brought to my attention that the soil was too chunky, it wasn't getting enough water, so when I took it out of the soil to check on it, the roots were just pretty much, I can't even explain it. And you can see by the petiole, she's just really not looking very good, so I removed the crappy looking leaves, roots, which there's hardly anything left now, and I put rooting hormone, and now I am trying to get some new growth there. I hope I didn't lose her, but she's not looking that great at all. So, pray for me, pray for my philodendron. Just kidding. And then I cut back, I don't think I did a video about this, but I have a beautiful Syngonium batik that was getting too tall and stringy looking, so I hacked it all back. Well, this is the top piece. Freaking gorgeous, right? I love this Syngonium. So I cut it all back, and I've got the nodes. I've got the nodes in water, so I'm hoping to get, I'm going to start a nice little pot of these once they root. So yeah, there's that. Syngonium batik and my poor Philodendron squamitarum. Super sad. But here's hoping that she'll make a comeback. So since I'm here, let me just show you this guy. I bought this a while back and still only in moss. It is a pitcher plant. It's an Nepenthes alata. But as you can see, she has literally no pictures. She had one. I mean, this is like the most humid place in my house, in this plant room. And I just can't get the pictures to come, and I don't know what the deal is, but and I did already repot it into this, so I think I might have to put it in more moss. That's what I'm going to do, I think. I think I'm going to do that today, probably. But I just love this plant, and it's grown a lot. It's grown, it was like half the size when I got it, so, you know, she's doing all right, but no pictures, man. Anyone got any tips for me? I would love to hear them. I want some pictures. Please, give me some pictures. Also, last week's video, I did not show you, actually it was in the thumbnail, this big, huge Philodendron red emerald. But check this out. Let me see if I can, hold on a minute. I'm going to put it just on the floor so you can see how beautiful she is. Ta-da! Climbing right up that pole. You know how I feel about these poles. We'll just see what happens as she continues to grow. However, let me just turn it around for you. Yeah, she's looking really, really good. Oh, so that's a new addition to my family. I just got it the other day in the mail, some Spanish moss. And I'm going to try to just grow it. I don't know. I need to do research. I haven't done that yet, but I kind of have it sprawled here and there in this room because it needs high humidity, and I already misted it. So, yeah. So this is my beautiful red emerald Philodendron. Climbing right up that pole, baby. And I love it. Okay, and last but not least, I feel like it's been about a month since I replanted my Philodendron McDowell. And as you can see, you can still see the pin where I tried to secure it. I will tell you that it's not really rooting in there yet, but I'm happy to say that I have a new leaf coming right here, as you can see. Right there. And the leaf that was just coming out, it's got a lot of extra floral nectaries, but that's all right. That's my newest leaf of my Philodendron McDowell, so she's fine. And she's putting out a new one, and I had to trellis her. Actually, I can probably take that out now because she seems to be standing up good, but she wasn't in the beginning. And there's plenty of room for her to continue to grow right there. So I'm pretty excited about this beauty. This is one of my favorites. I have to thank Wild Fern because she did a video on this, and I was like, I have to have one. So now I do, and I am loving her immensely. So much. All right, you guys. So I do have a couple more things to show you just because I'm too excited and I just want you to see them. Number one, there's my olive tree, and there is my beautiful, what is it, Ficus triangularis, variegated Ficus triangularis. All right, check this out. This plant just is so beautiful to me. I had to have it in my collection just because the leaves are so amazing, and let me see if I can get better lighting. Yeah. But then yesterday when I was watering, look what I found. Look what I found. Hold on. See that? Unbelievable. I'm going to have to do research, but that to me is the coolest thing I've ever seen. I'm so happy. But this plant is really doing well, and let me tell you why it's doing well now. Here's my secret. I put it outside in the summertime. That's all there is to it. It just wants full sun, and it grew so well all summer, and then I brought it in, and she's doing just fine. So much so that she's producing fruit, I guess. Seed pods? I'm not sure. Okay, that's one thing over here. Then another thing over here I wanted to show you was this Haworthia right here. I love it. I just love the way they look from the top. Really cool. But anyways, it's flowering, right? Hold on a second. Yeah, those are the flowers. Wait a minute, I gotta get a better look. You can see in the sun. Here we go. Are those not the cutest little flowers on my land. And then also this, I don't know if this is a sedum or, I don't know, but look how crazy it looks. But she's flowering as well. And look at that beauty. This is such a beautiful plant. I absolutely love her. She's flowering here, which is at the end of this stem. So this is how she flowers. Hold on, this is pretty interesting, you guys. See, this is the end of this stem right here, okay? And then the flower just comes right out of the end like that, right out of the end of the plant. So here's another one that's just starting. Is that beautiful? I know, I just love it so much. All right, and then the last thing I wanted to show you over here is this, pardon me, this orchid is flowering again, and that's what the beginning of the flower looks like. This is one of those tiger orchids. The flowers are like absolutely amazing. Let's see if I can get a better shot. That's pretty good. But it'll get really long, you know, up to here, and then the flower will just be a showstopper. So I will keep you posted when she continues to flower. So yeah, another little update. Sorry, I couldn't. Well, this is my kitchen. This is my winter season in my kitchen in one of the corners. So this is one of my favorite areas, except for that clutter on the bottom. Yeah. All right, so that's what's going on with everything in the house, but there's so much more that I could share that I don't have time for. I'm trying to keep my videos a little bit shorter this year. That's a tip I got from EXO, my son, who was here for Christmas. Oh my land. I am so blessed, it's crazy. So yeah, so let me show you what I've got started here. I hope, you know what, I've got as much light as I possibly could have right now. And I hope that, look at those Brandis. These were all just one leaf cuttings, node cuttings. So I've got quite a few that I'm going to be, got a couple of micans in there too that probably should be coming out pretty quick. But yeah, those are the Brandis, and that's what they look like. So let's get into this. All right, the pot that I have chosen for this is this little plastic pot. It's kind of big, but I'm going to be using this moss pole. I know I told you how I feel about these moss poles, and I still feel the same. However, I am loving the way that pretty much everything I have on one of these is really kind of liking that, and they're grabbing right on with their roots. So I think if I ever had to get it off of one of these, like if it really rotted, I feel like I could just cut this string. I've been thinking a lot about it. Cut this string, unwrap it, and then this cocoa coir probably will just come right off if I needed it to. So that's my thought anyway. So I'm not too worried about it, but so that's what I'm using. So let's see what we have for cuttings. All right, this is number 1. Oh, this wasn't just one leaf. Oh, the roots are kind of small, but they're there. This isn't just one leaf. This was a stem. This was just a stem that I put here. But I am happy to say that, look, I'm going to have growth right there too. See it? Right behind my finger, my middle finger. So I'm going to plant that probably upright. I think I'm going to cut off a little end here. I really shouldn't use my nails, but I am. Forgot my scissors. Yeah, so there's one piece. That's a really small piece though, but that's okay. All right, here is 2. This one's a nicer piece. That's the new growth. These rooted up really nicely in sphagnum moss, but I will say that there have been a couple of philodendrons that I've noticed, and this is certainly one of them, that the roots are so tiny. They're so tiny and fragile. Well, not really fragile, because as you can see, I'm pulling the moss off and the roots aren't breaking, but they're very, very small and delicate kind of. but if you just kind of gently, you can get the moss off. Yeah, this guy's ready to go. Looks great, huh? That's a nice piece. There's 2. 3. Oh my. This one is pretty crazy. Wow, look at this one. All right, this is 3. Wow, this one's really tiny. Look how small the leaves are. But that's okay. That's all right. I am going to see what is underneath all the sphagnum. The roots are nice on this one. They're much longer. Whoop. I may have broken a piece there. So I'm trying to figure out what I started with here. Let's see. What do you think? Well, it's kind of weird looking, but I think it's going to be fine. The roots are, look how the roots are growing from here and from the bottom, this bottom and the sides. Wow. All right. Well, this leaf is broken, so I'm pulling that off. Yeah. That's 3 nice pieces, and I feel like I have at least 1 more good one. Nope, 2 more. Oh my gosh, I have 5 pieces. Here's another piece. They're all really well rooted, so I'm not really worried about them not taking. Yeah. 4. And this is the last one, and this is the big one too. Oh my gosh. You can see these have been here for way too long. All right, so this is another one apparently that I put in as a piece. This looks like an end piece too. So let's see if I got any growth in the middle doing it that way. It's hard to tell. I do have roots, so probably it will if I plant it sideways like this. So I think I'm going to. So that's exciting. So we had a wonderful Christmas. Bruce was here with his fiancée. I have to say it like Elaine's friend on Seinfeld. Where's my fiancé? Anyway, had a wonderful visit with him while he was here. He was here for like 5 days, 4 days, 5 days. It was wonderful, and Christmas was nice and quiet. So this is the last piece. So I don't know about the rest of y'all, but I never stay up and watch the ball drop or anything because I get up at 4 in the morning, and I'm in sleep by 8 at night. So people are always like, and I know, why on earth do you get up at 4 in the morning? What time do you start work? 8. Why do you get up at 4? I'm just going to tell you the real reason why I get up at 4. The real reason why I get up at 4 is because I'm a morning person, number 1, and number 2 is that it's the best time for me to get into scripture. And I read, my husband and I have been doing, I'm just telling you this, I don't know why I am. Today's day 2. My husband and I have been doing a Bible in a year. It's called Daily Audio Bible for, oh my gosh, 8 or 9 years. So we just started it for the 9th time yesterday. And it's the greatest way to be able to read the Bible because it's not like you read it cover to cover or chronologically or anything. You just read something out of the Old Testament, the New Testament, Psalms and Proverbs every day, and it takes like 25 minutes. It's freaking great. It's a good way just to, for me to start the day. So that's what we do. And then we have coffee. Then we just gradually get ready for work. It's a beautiful thing. But anyway, my pieces are ready. So I'm going to probably move you down with me a little bit here so you can see what I'm doing. So anyway, I didn't make any New Year's resolutions. My chunky mix, nice pot. There's the bottom of the pot. Probably going to start with probably a little bit more than that. I'm not making any resolutions because I just don't. I have goals, and most of my goals at this point in my life, because I'm going to be hopefully retiring in a couple of years. Most of my goals are, for my children, just that they continue to prosper and do well in life, and for my grandchildren, of course, and other extended family. I'm putting quite a bit of soil in here, you guys, because the roots are so fine, and yeah. You know what? Before I continue what I'm saying, I have to decide where I'm going to put the pole, and I think I'm going to put the pole right in the middle. So that means that I'm going to put the plants kind of around the perimeter of the soil. All right. So I am really going to focus on getting things done around the house this year. We have our home was built in 1936, so it's really old, and it's really wonderful and charming. Putting it in like this. I'm just kind of like splaying the roots out at this point, you know, sort of like this, kind of laying them down because I'm going to be adding more soil. I'm just trying to get to stand up a little bit like that. So we have to clean our basement. We just have so much stuff that we're always needing to do. So we need to focus on cleaning the basement, repainting out 2 bedrooms, and laying this down right like that, you guys. Just laying it down. And I really need to focus on my channel. I feel like, I know that this is like my 64th or 65th video, so I'm really doing it, but for some reason, people don't watch my videos, which really kind of makes me sad, and I feel like, I don't know, is it me? Is it my breath? I know you can't smell that, but you know what I'm saying. It's a little bit heartening. So I'm just going to try to focus on educating myself more with how to build my channel, and that's what I'm going to do. And to be honest with you, it's a lot of work, and it's really easy to get discouraged. And that's kind of what's been happening. So I'm trying not to get discouraged. And I really appreciate feedback. My gosh, I had feedback earlier, like you saw in the video, with someone mentioning what my allocation looked like. It's the squantaterum, or how you say it. And she was right. And if she didn't watch my video and look at it and say, hey man, let me tell you what I think, then I wouldn't have known, and I would have lost that plant. I might lose it anyways. I hope I don't. So all I'm doing here is just filling in around these babies. That's all I'm doing, guys. I'm making a mess like I always do, but that's all right. Yeah, so I'm enjoying making them, but people aren't watching them, so there must be something that I'm doing wrong. I don't know. I was thinking about like starting to show cleavage or something. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. That's so funny. That's not happening because I don't have any, but anyway. Yeah, so this is what I've done. I pretty much put them around the perimeter, as you can see. And drive that right down the center. Now I'm just going to give it a little bit of a, make sure it's all in there. Maybe give it a little bit more. Just a little bit more on the top. So I am going to just keep making these videos. Keep trying to make them more interesting. I really could use some feedback. I know that I do. I made a list yesterday of like different things that I have to do with my plants. It's like 50 things, you guys. I always have plants that I need to repot, and it's like, oh my gosh, it just never ends. So there certainly isn't like I don't have anything to do as far as making videos goes, but I just want to make sure that it's interesting. I try to make it interesting, but damn, you know, I'm not a comedian or anything. I need to be a comedian? I can't. All right, so anyway, I just showed you my hand. Not very good at that. Sorry. Hold on. All right. Finished product. Now I almost feel like I would have gotten, the pole is kind of wobbly, but I think once the roots kind of grow, it'll be okay. Philodendron Brandi. So that's it for this video, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate you taking the time out of your day and watching this video. I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot for you to do, and I really appreciate you doing it. So, until next time, thank you so much for watching. If planty videos are your thing, please consider subscribing to my channel, liking, clicking the notification icon so that you can be notified when I put up new videos. I'm going to try to do more shorts. That's another goal of mine. And to be honest with you guys, another thing I struggle with is I'm just not as tech savvy as some people are. I mean, man, EXO Contralto can bang out some pretty impressive movies. His mother was like, cut and paste, P and P. I'm just kidding. All right. So until next time, take care of yourselves, be kind to one another, and God bless. And Happy New Year.